Last winter, a family from Chicago drove their brand new electric SUV to visit relatives in Wisconsin. The trip was supposed to be easy, 3 hours, nothing crazy. But halfway there, the temperature dropped below freezing, and something happened that changed how they think about cars forever. Their battery, which showed 180 miles of range when they left home, suddenly dropped to 90 miles, then 60. Then the warning started. They barely made it to a charging station. And when they got there, 2 out of 3 chargers were broken. They waited in the freezing cold for almost 2 hours. The kids were crying, the parents were scared, and in that moment, this family asked themselves one simple question. Did we make a mistake buying this car? And here's the thing, they are not alone. Something strange is happening in America right now. For years, we were told that electric cars are the future, that gas engines are dying, that everyone will switch to EVs. But if you look closely, you'll see something different happening. People are hesitating, they are waiting. Some are even selling their electric cars and going back to gas. And the big question is, why? Let me take you inside the story because it is way more interesting than you think. First, let us be honest. Electric cars are amazing pieces of technology. They are fast, they are quiet, they have fewer moving parts, so in theory, they should last longer. And yes, you do not have to pay for gas anymore. That sounds like a dream. And for many people, especially those who drive short distances in warm cities, it still is a dream. But here's where things get complicated. The average American does not live in Los Angeles or Miami. Millions of people live in places where winters are brutal, and cold weather is the silent enemy of electric cars. You see, batteries do not like the cold. When temperatures drop, the chemistry inside the battery slows down. The car cannot pull as much energy, so your range drops, sometimes by 30%, sometimes by 40%. Imagine you bought a car because it promised 300 miles of range, and now in January, you are getting 180 miles. That is not a small difference. That changes everything about how you plan your day. But wait, it gets worse. Even if you are okay with less range, you still need to charge. And this is where America has a serious problem. The charging network is not ready. There are not enough chargers, and many of the ones that exist are broken, slow, or have long lines. Imagine pulling into a gas station and finding out that 3 out of 5 pumps do not work. You would be furious. But this happens every single day with EV chargers across the country. And unlike filling up with gas, which takes 5 minutes, charging can take 30 minutes, 45 minutes, sometimes over an hour. Time is money, and Americans are realizing this fast. Now let us talk about something that really hurts, money. When electric cars first came out, people said you will save so much on fuel and maintenance. And yes, electricity is cheaper than gas in most places. But here is the part nobody told you. If something goes wrong with your battery, you could be looking at a repair bill of $15,000 to $20,000. That is more than some used cars cost. And insurance companies have noticed this too. They are charging higher premiums for electric cars because repairs are so expensive. So that fuel savings you were counting on, it starts to disappear when your insurance goes up and your tires wear out faster because the car is so heavy. And speaking of money, have you seen what is happening to used electric car prices? They are crashing. A car that cost $60,000 new is now selling for $25,000 after just 3 years. People are losing massive amounts of money. And when buyers see this, they get scared. They think, if I buy this car today, what will it be worth in 5 years? Nobody knows. And that uncertainty is killing trust. Here's something else that makes people nervous. What happens during a power outage? If a big storm hits and the electricity goes out for 3 days, your gas car is fine. You can drive to a station and fill up, but your electric car just sits there, dead, useless. In emergencies, that thought scares people, and it should. Now look, I am not saying electric cars are bad. They are not. For the right person, in the right situation, they are incredible. But the truth is, America was told to run before it learned how to walk. We were promised a future that is not fully built yet. The chargers are not ready. The grid is not ready. The prices are not ready. And regular people are figuring this out the hard way. The smart money right now is watching, waiting, and paying attention. Maybe in 5 years, all these problems will be fixed. Maybe batteries will get better, chargers will be everywhere, and prices will drop. But that day is not today. So here is what I want you to remember. Never buy a car based on what someone promises you. Buy it based on what it can actually do for your life right now. Because at the end of the day, a car is not a statement. It is a tool. And a tool only matters if it works when you need it most.